Hey everyone, Catch 'em All Collectibles here. In today's video, we are going to do something very atypical for this channel. We are going to do a tier list. I'm going to rank for investment potential every set from Sword Shield, every set from Scarlet Violet. I have Sword Shield base all the way up to Black Bolt and White Flare in this. And it is Catch 'em All Collectibles here. I'm going to put my twist on it. I'm going to have some data that I reference, and this is going to be, you could do it by an artwork lens, you could do it by investability lens, paying full market price. I'm going to put my own spin on it. I'm going to talk about the live streams. I have made videos before talking about what sets are selling the best in the live stream, and clearly I want to have more of what's selling more, and more of what I think the price trajectory is up, or at worst flat, and not so downward. So I'm going to talk you through how I would rank each one. There's probably going to be lots of nuance. There's probably going to be a lot more than you would typically have in your typical tier list video. I'll try to be relatively quick at the beginning, and then I might do some shuffling around at the end, because generally speaking, people just want to hear like Crown Zenith, good set, S tier. I'm probably going to put it there anyways, but I'm going to get in and I'm going to say the packs are different from the ETBs, are different from other products. And when it comes to most of these, packs are on top for me. If I had to do it this way, let me start with this. Loose packs are S tier. That's what I sell in the live stream. I don't have to break down product further. I don't have to rip them out of the blisters, the sleeve boosters. I don't want to chase that niche premium that they can get. Absolutely, some of those niche products, some of those 3-pack blisters, and they can do better percentage-wise, but they're not as liquid. And one thing that I have to say too is in this thing, I'm going to be talking about buying the way that I buy. I'm going to be ranking them, not paying. I would never recommend as an investor you pay 110% of market. You pay full market on TCG Player plus sales tax. I have access to buying through my buy list at happy 4th to everyone this week that celebrates, everyone in the US. I'm actually going to be in Canada when this video drops. I think I'm going to be there for Canada Day, July 4th, July 1st, sorry. But I am not buying packs this week. I'm fishing there. I've got the flag there. I've got some fireworks going off. I'm going to be enjoying my week. But the prior week I did have the most prior week on June 23rd, last Monday, that I had an actual buy list. You can see what I was buying. And again, when I'm ranking them on the tier list, I'll kind of talk you through why. Low inventory combined with future upward price trajectory, generally for most of these, and they sell a lot on the streams. That is a commonality, a common theme on most of the hot buy list packs. But anyways, yeah, some people are going to be like, depending on if this hits the algorithm and whatever, this guy's talking about buying packs at 80%, 75, 85, 90% of market. I don't have access to do that. One thing that I'm big on is in traditional investments. Let me go back full screen for a second. In traditional investments, you are stuck paying. Like if you want to buy Apple stock, one nice thing, one pro, is that I pay the same to buy Apple stock as Warren Buffett does. The price is the price, plus or minus one cent. The bid-ask spread are fractions of a penny, usually on S&P 500 type funds, stocks. So everyone buys for the same prices. One con for Pokemon is that the frictional fees are very high. If you want to sell your stuff, you could sell privately to me. You could skip your 1099s. You could skip your you could skip all those issues, all those things. You could not pay platform fees. You could get PayPal friends and family, ACH wire, whatever you want, Zelle, right to your bank account. But if you sell on eBay, 12% haircut. If you sell on TCG Player, 12, 13% haircut, similar. If you sell on Instagram, Facebook, Reddit, they're going to want to do a baseline at 90% of market, 85% of market, whatever it may be. So when you have the ability to pay less than 100%, I can't buy Apple stock at 90%. I can't buy Procter & Gamble at 80, 85%. It's you pay the price that it is or you don't buy it. So the fact that those advantages exist, and I've made videos before about why it's crazy to me that people are out here on TCG Player investing at 100% of market plus sales tax. But anyways, 5 minutes. How many tier lists out there on YouTube start with a 5-minute preface going over all these different layers and nuance. So Crown Zenith, let me pop up my stuff on screen. Crown Zenith. If I scroll here for a second, Crown Zenith. I need to orient these things so I can see everything. So Crown Zenith is right there at $9.22 a pack. I was buying it for $3.50 to $4 a pack back in January. I liked it a lot more at $3.50 to $4 a pack, but I still like it a lot. Sales have slowed down recently. I'm showing you here. The total year-to-date sales. So Crown Zenith does. Oh, I need to go a lot slower than that. Crown Zenith does make the top 5 with 8,421 packs sold. But if I did our last month, it's a lot slower. It's a lot lower because the price has gone up so much. We were selling a lot more when it was a $5-6 pack on stream. Now it's again, we have $9.22, so I'm probably selling it for like $11 for a pack, $10 to $11 a pack. So overall, I really like it still. It's one of my favorite sets of all time, honestly. It's a really good opening experience. I'm gonna put it at solid. Why is my A tier way down there? Let me move my A tier up. I don't know why that got disorganized, but S, A, B, C, D. I'm gonna put Crown Zenith in the A tier. If I had done this back in January, this would have definitely been an S tier set at sub $4. It felt like a no-brainer. Hindsight, I wish I bought more. I think I only bought 10 to 15,000 packs worth when it was sub 4. But Shining Face, let's see what we got for price. This is gonna be a pain to I wanted to be able to give the context, but I don't want things to be so small you can't see them. So Shining Fates, we've got $9.20 a pack. That's really similar to Crown Zenith, and it sells way less. Let's see how many Shining Fates packs we sold this year on the entire year. We sold a little bit over 1,000. So it's the same price, and it's a fraction of the sell-through. And the opening experience, I mean, you've got a lot of shiny stuff. It's Hidden Fates-esque, but it doesn't hit as well because the Pokemon species aren't as solid in my opinion. So I'm gonna give that like a C tier. If you look at my buy list, I'm probably paying 70% on it. I probably have 10 years worth of Shining Fates packs per selling 1,000 every 6 months. I guess not that much. Depending on the week. If we only sell 9, 18 that week, then it looks like I have 10 years worth. But 1,000 across the whole year, a lot of those are generally ship sealed. People using their promos, people using things like that. I'm just, yeah, not a huge fan of it because of how slow it sells and how not hype it is. White Flare. Artwork, all the ARs, all the using the full artwork of the card, using the full real estate of the card for the artwork. And I'm gonna just throw in, I'm gonna kind of like try to pair things together better when it makes sense. So Black Bolt and White Flare I'm gonna put in the same spot. If I had to talk about me getting my allocation from my distros at wholesale price, which I will be getting, S tier easy, because I'm paying $3 a pack to get it from distro. That's not the case though. I have no idea where this is gonna come out. I'm gonna put it just middle of the pack because I have no clue. I guess I'm actually gonna go like C tier. Let me do a clump of like C tier-esque and maybe even slightly lower than C tier-esque sets. One thing about Black Bolt and White Flare, they're not yet out. They're likely, given the environment that we're in, going to be a la Destined Rivals, a la Prismatic Evolutions. Surging Sparks is a little bit of a different story, and I'll cover why. But where's our other one there? Journey Together. Where are you hiding? Journey Together. So I'm going to do it right now, very quickly. This is probably going to be the lowest individually ranked set of all of them. It is so new. It is still over $200 a box, I believe. And I do have the price per box here as well. But yeah, let me scroll all the way up. I'll do them in chunks like this. I'll do newest to oldest, just so I don't have to scroll a million times. But Journey Together, we did sell a lot of it because we had it at release and it was kind of hyped for like a week. But the sales petered out very, very quickly. Destined Rivals has been out for a lot less long, and we sold triple the amount of Destined Rivals. Journey Together, I see it going under MSRP. Not only that, I see there's a decent shot of it going down 130, 140, 120. Journey Together being under $100 in a year, 2 years, would not surprise me in the slightest. I fully expect all of these sets to go under MSRP. The ones that haven't yet. I'm not saying Crown Zenith's going back under MSRP. I'm not saying Paldea Evolved is going back under MSRP, only the sets that haven't thus far. And for that reason, I will put Destined Rivals higher in the D tier. But honestly, I am buying it. On my latest hot buy list, where I was actually buying stuff, I'm paying $210 a booster box. I'm paying $50 a box over MSRP, yet I'm ranking it D tier. I'm only buying enough to keep the streamers fed. I'm only buying enough to feed the demand for now. I am likely going to be caught holding the bag of 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 Destined Rivals packs if and when the reprints come. And I'm kind of hedging my bets that reprints might not come. I realize that it might not go under MSRP, but I have a strong belief that it will. I'm confident. I'm quite confident that it will go under MSRP, but I'm kind of hedged if it doesn't. You could maybe make a case for Destined Rivals being a lower C tier or an upper D tier, but somewhere in that vicinity is where I have it. Prismatic Evolutions, it's a specialty set. I like it a lot. God packs, $4,000 out of one pack. It's our single highest selling set of the year so far. Part of that, I think Destined Rivals will pass it at some point. Destined Rivals has almost caught it, being out less than a month. I'm recording this a little bit early because I'm traveling, but I'm recording this on June 25th. So all these numbers are accurate as of about June 22nd or so when I last pulled them. But Prismatic is $9.36 a pack. I bought way too many on my hot buy list at $11 a pack a couple months ago because, again, I need to have them short term for the live streams. They're selling. We sold 13,000 of them this year, but I'm taking a little bit of a punishment because simultaneously I need to have it in stock. So I have to have thousands of them because any random week PK or Pongo might sell 1,000, and I think they're going to go under $6 a pack. So they're $9.36 a pack. When they were 13 a pack, I was paying 11. Now that they're $9.36, I'm paying about $7.50 probably. So I like them if I'm buying them at my buy list price, which my buy list price is about 75%. I like them more. Like Destined Rivals, I'm kind of stuck paying 80-85%. I'm stuck having it on my hot buy list because it's that hype right now. It's if I offer $190 a box for Destined, nobody sells to me. So I like it more. I like it less because I have to pay more for it. And I like Prismatic more because I'm able to get it. I actually have it at 70 or 75% on my buy list right now. And I've bought a few hundred packs this week. I've probably bought nearly as many packs this week as I've sold. And if you want to check out my full buy list, if you ever want to sell packs to me, look in the description below. There is an active link. My hot buy list only shows the sets that I'm paying over 80% on. But I'm buying every set from Sword Shield base all the way even to XY base. I have the prices on that I'm paying for each set. So if you're interested in selling me anything, I'm always buying. Paldea Evolved. Now we're going to get into a little segment. You can see Paldea Evolved. 8,699 packs. I don't want to round up one pack. I want to give you the actual number. Crazy numbers that the box is doing. This is a set that I have a little bit of inventory on, but not a crazy amount. Paldea Evolved is $7.55 a pack and $3.42 a box. I just rounded up the box after I said I wasn't going to round up the packs. But $3.41 a box. That caught me by surprise when I was looking at this earlier before I started recording the video. I did not realize it's jumped so high. In my mind, it was still a $300 box. It's 13% over that. But Paldea Evolved is crossing the 2-year mark right now. Paldea Evolved, again, I'm not talking about buying as an investment. I'm not talking about buying it $340 booster boxes plus sales tax. This is not this tier for buying it as 110% of market. This is this tier for buying $7.55 loose packs at 80-85% of market, something like that. This has been one that's been on my hot buy list quite a while, but I feel better. I feel better hot buy listing packs that are over 2 years old. Over 2 years old doesn't mean they can't and won't reprint it, but given how many sets, scrolling here, you see the pack price and you see the booster box price, seeing how many sets, every single set is above $200. Every single set is above $200. Pokemon has a lot of work cut out for them. I guess Scarlet and Violet base is actually showing us $199.70. The only one under $200. Pokemon has a lot of work to make me be correct. Pokemon has a lot of work cut out ahead of them to make me be correct in that Destined Rivals and Journey Together and Prismatic Evolutions. These sets that haven't yet been under MSRP, they have a lot of work cut out for them, getting them under MSRP. And I truly think if one set proves me wrong, I think it could be Prismatic. That's why Prismatic is B tier. It's probably going to be a low B tier because it's $9 a pack, and I believe it's going to go under $6 a pack. I could see it 151ing. I could see it spending a few months, couple weeks, couple months under MSRP, and then just gapping back up over 10 again. I could see like Crown Zenith. Crown Zenith was under MSRP. They were hammering the Ski and Skies, and they gapped up. They gapped up right to $10 really quickly after they stopped getting hammered in the Ski and Skies at Costco. But 151 later this year in a couple months, hits 2 years. 151 I am intentionally keeping on my buy list quite frequently. 151, if we were 4 months in the future and it was still $9 a pack, right now it's $9.25 on my hot buy list, I would probably go S tier. I would go S tier if we were over 2 years old. I feel like there's a chance, and Target has been stocking bundles, and I've amassed 3,000 or 4,000 packs net gain over what we've sold on the streams. And you can see we've sold 10,086 packs this year on the streams. I really like it. I want to have a lot of it. I feel like the way Crown gapped from 5 to 10, I feel like at some point 151 could easily gap from 11.59 up to 15, 16, 18, 20. Is that going to take a year from now? Is that going to be 2 months from now, 3 months from now, once it crosses 2 years? I don't know, but I really, really like it. I'm a massive net buyer of 151. It sells a lot in the streams. It's Kanto. It's all of Kanto in one box for the first time ever. One pack for the first time ever. So I really, really like it. Let's do a couple of these. We'll scroll back up and we'll do a couple of the newer sets again. Obsidian Flames. Let's look for what's on our list right now that we haven't done. Surging Sparks. Surging Sparks is one. It's this one I'm kind of torn on. We sell a lot of it. I'm gonna drop it in B tier while I get my while I get this situated. We've sold 4,782 packs. A lot of it was at the outset. A lot less of it has been since. It still sells relatively regularly, but not as strongly as Destined Rivals or 151 or anything like that. So I like it. It has already been under MSRP. So if someone in the ivory tower at Pokemon says we need to get every set under MSRP, widely available after it releases. Surging Sparks had a several month pre-order window, way under MSRP, $110, $120, $100, depending on who you were and where you bought it. Within days of release, it was over MSRP, but it had a couple days. Given that they have to do, every future set that comes out, they have to do Destined Rivals, Journey Together, and Prismatic. They have a lot on their hands to get under MSRP. I could see them saying close enough. I could see them saying like, we're not going to get Surging Sparks under MSRP again. It's going to be too hard. We have too many things to do. It was already there for a couple days. If you were there at launch, if you were there a week before launch, you could have had it. You had your time. You had plenty of time to get it. So I like it more in that it's less likely in my mind that it goes under MSRP again. But I'm not falling over myself to buy a lot more of it the way that I am some of these other sets. It's a 6-month-old set, 7-month-old set maybe right now. I think it was November. 7-month-old set. Things could turn. I know it's the 30th anniversary. I know all these conversations people have. Surging I could easily see it. I'm gonna put it as like a high C tier for now. I might shuffle this around at the end. I know I said at the outset I'm gonna go kind of quickly and then I'll adjust it at the end. I changed my mind on that clearly. We're taking our time on this one, and just because Surging Sparks is on the same tier as Shining Fates, I don't think it's as bad of a set as Shining Fates. I think it's a better set. I'm kind of reevaluating already. I might throw that down there. But these are all based on future price moves. These are all based on my ability to sell them in live streams. Let's do another one that we see right now. Let's do our first Sword of Shield set. Crown Zenith we did. Let's do another one. Fusion Strike. Fusion Strike has been on my hot buy list several times. What do we have it at over here? Let me find it over here. Fusion Strike is $11.79 a pack. I've been offering anywhere between 85 and 90% of market. At 10 on $11.79, I'm actually closer to 80%, but I'll probably bump it up to 11 pretty quickly. I'm not getting a whole lot of people selling it. It is one of our higher selling sets. Clearly, it's what are we at right here? We are within the top 10. Within the top 10, surely. I think we're 7th. On the list right there. as far as sales go. You got the Gengar, you got a lot of great cards in it. Sword Shield, you can't ever count it out entirely. Evolutions had a print window of 4 or 5 years. They printed it for a long time. It was, and maybe they weren't printing it. Maybe it was just showing up everywhere because they had a big backlog. Maybe they had a huge stash of it, warehouses of it at the printers, at the Pokemon warehouses. But Evolutions was showing up packs in collections boxes for 5 years. People got sick of it. And Fusion Strike, very unlikely. 99% chance, in my opinion. 99.9% chance, in my opinion, that most Sword Shield sets never get another reprint. Never get another pack reprint. We've seen some random packs come out in some like different tins. I know Rusty made a video. Some like Silver Tempest and whatever other pack came in it. Those, in my opinion, likely weren't reprinted. They were probably just hanging around some warehouse. They forgot about them. Oh, there's a pallet of some random pack. But yeah, very unlikely we're getting a lot more of those. It's a hype set. I'm very happy. If someone messaged me tomorrow and said, Dan, I have 3,000 Fusion Strike packs for you at your $10, that would be one of the sets on my hot buy list that I'm like most pleased to buy, because my inventory is getting quite low. We've sold 4,427 packs this year, and I don't have 4,427 packs in stock right now. I have less than 6 months worth of inventory, given that data, if streams continue to go the way they've gone. So I'm very happy to buy. Honestly, I might put Fusion Strike S tier. I'm very, very happy to buy Fusion Strike when it comes to somebody offering me that. I don't know its exact release date. Well over 2 years old. I mean, Scarlet Violet base is 2 years old at this point. So let's do a couple other Sword Shield things. You might begin to see a trend here when I do some other. Let's do Astral Radiance. $7 a pack. I'm probably paying 75% on that one. We had 1 week. So I want to say we had one singular week where we sold like some crazy number of it. Astral Radiance, somehow we've sold 3,978 packs. It doesn't feel like we sold that many. I want to say we had 1 week where we sold like 2,000 of them. I think we sold 2,000 of we sold half of our year's packs, half of our packs over the 6 months of this year in one single week. I think that was when some card in it did big numbers for whatever reason. Some TCG player bought it or whatever it was. I don't think I've ever had this one on my hot buy list. I feel like this is one that probably will never go on my hot buy list. I'm happy to get any Sword Shield packs stocked. You'll find a trend that, generally speaking, I like SV1 to SV5, and we touched on that with like Paldea Evolved, and I like Sword Shield. A lot of these really new sets, are bottoming out on the list because I just I don't see as good of prospects for them. Let's scroll down here now. Let's go let's do like Battle Styles. 639 packs sold. Where's our Battle Styles here? Our Battle Styles should be a little bit lower. Battle Styles, 607 a pack. We've only sold 600 this year. You got the Sleepy T-Tar. You've got some stuff going on, but I'm not falling over myself to buy it. Battle Styles, honestly, it is the Sword and Shield era, but it's like pre all the big hype ones. I know it's not as bad as Rebel Clash and regular, so I'm not going to put it all the way down there, but I'll put it in C tier. We just talked about them very quickly. I don't know why the Sword Shield logo is so massive, but Sword Shield base and Rebel Clash. Let me grab Rebel Clash while I'm here too. We just don't sell them. We don't sell them. Let's see if I can even find them. We have sold only 36 Pokemon Go. So Rebel Clash, is Rebel Clash just 0? I think Rebel Clash is 0, so it doesn't even show up on this list. And then Sword Shield base is also 0. So we've literally sold none of them. PK and Ponga, to be fair, probably don't list them much. But one thing we say on our streams is like, hey, if there's any set from Sword Shield base to current that you want ripped, we have them in stock. Ask PK, ask Ponga while they're live. They will list a 9-pack lot for you. They will list a 36-pack lot for you. Whatever you want. They will have them, they will rip them. But I probably have them 70% on my buy list. Keep context. If it's D tier, I will still buy it. As long as somebody's not offering me 5,000 packs of Sword Shield base at 70%, I'll buy a couple hundred packs of it. If and when I get to where I have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 of them, I probably have I probably have 1,000 of them between PK and Ponga and myself. I don't want to go above 2,000 anytime soon, but I'm happy to have. So even D tier, I'll buy a D tier set at 70% up to 1,000 packs. Once it gets above 1,000 packs, there are some of these D tier sets. When I offered 210 a box on Destined, I offered 210 a box. Somebody offered me 50 cases, and I'm like, nah, I'm not about that. So I think that was when I was at 220 a box. So then the next week, I think I took 6 from them at 220, and then the next week I went to 210. And I bought 6 more from someone else, and somebody else offered me 20 of them. So I'm like, Destined Rivals, my buy list price is probably going to go down a little bit in the short term because I think I have a few thousand packs. But yeah, continuing on, let's look at another couple. Let's go a little bit more modern. Obsidian Flames. Where are we at on Obsidian Flames? I know we haven't sold too many. Where is Obsidian? I'm just going to control F for it so I don't take forever. Oh no, I jumped way over. That was a mistake. Obsidian Flames. Right here. No, that's the wrong. Here we go. Obsidian Flames right here. 2,492 packs. Sorry for that. 2,492 packs. That's I want to say I have 4,000 or 5,000 of them in stock. I probably have the list bottomed out at 70%. I do like that it's SV3. I do like that it's coming up on 2 years very quickly. I want to say Scarlet Violet Base crossed 2 years old in March. I want to say Paldea Evolved was May or June. Obsidian Flames is probably, maybe it's July. So like next month. Next month, it'll be crossing 2 years old. It'll be fairly likely, in my opinion, that it doesn't get a lot more reprints. It's got Charizards. I know they got crowns. They got the hats, the silly thing. But I have a lot of it. So I'm not falling over myself to buy a whole lot more, but I'll put it C tier just due to its age and Charizard. Give it a C tier. Let's look at. I don't think I went. Yeah, I didn't go here to Obsidian Flames. Where's our Obsidian Flames here? There we go. Obsidian Flames. 653 a pack. Again, 240 a box. It's like, man, it is coming up on 2 years old. At 240 a box, I like it more than Destined Rivals. I like it more than Destined Rivals, clearly. But yeah, I don't know. It still feels like a lot. Even though it's likely out of print, booster boxes probably aren't coming back. Packs could be coming. I like it more than Surging Sparks. Let's go Paradox Rift, Temporal Forces. Let's go with a couple of those sets that are in the more mid. Paradox Rift is SV4, and then you've got Temporal Forces that is SV5 with some specialty sets sprinkled around them. Paradox Rift, we sold 2,782 packs. Temporal Forces, we've sold 2,603. So they're right in the same vicinity. They're being sold about the same sell-through. They're both coming up on 2 years old. Right in the next several months, they're gonna be like more into the fall that they'll be 2 years old. They are currently at, what are they at? They are at I'm not set up here correctly. Let me get set up on this one correctly. The Temporal Forces and Paradox Rift, they're a little bit over. They're both in the same vicinity, 216, 208. Again, I probably have more of these in stock than I've sold in the year. But they are over 2 years old now. They are they are coming up on 2 years old later this year, and I like them more. I like them generally more than the new sets. If I'm gonna spend $200 on a booster box, and I have a choice between an 18-month-old set and an 8-week-old set or an 8-month-old set, most times especially if that set has never been under MSRP yet. So I feel like Paradox Rift and Temporal Forces, I feel like we're gonna have a really stacked out C tier. Let's see if we can get some higher ranked ones. Stellar Crown, I guess we're in the same vicinity. Stellar Crown, we've probably sold about the same amount of packs of that as we have the others. Maybe it's less. Where is Stellar? Let me see where Stellar is. I must have missed it. There it is. 1,038 packs. So we're not selling too much of it. It's a pretty slow seller. I have thousands of packs of it. The box is, I have way too many screens going on here, trying to keep this all going. But Stellar Crown is yeah, Stellar Crown was a set before Surging Spark, so it's SV7. It is under a year old. Given that it's already been under MSRP for months and months, given that it's been around, months and months might be overselling it, because Twilight is where the turn happens. Twilight did come out and was available under MSRP for a while. Stellar did as well. Surging is where it really turned. Surging was the one that came out, and it was only about a week or a couple of days before it went above MSRP. But Twilight Masquerade and Stellar they're like the border. SV5, SV6, in that vicinity. They're the border to where they have been widely available under MSRP. They are still under a year old. So I think there's a 30% chance maybe that they become under MSRP again. I think it's less likely to happen than to not happen. So I think, yeah, like a lot of people will make the argument Pokemon has no chance of ever getting destined under MSRP because they've got to do Prismatic, because they've got to do Journey, they've got to do all this stuff. They got to do the new sets. I think they're underestimating. Like, Pokemon printed less last year than the year prior, clearly showing their desire to like not destroy the hobby. Every box was under $100 for a 6-month plus span, and they didn't want to print everything to death. So clearly Pokemon will be smart, they will be intelligent, they will throttle printing if and when needed. But the fact that they stepped back on printing tells me that they could very quickly, if they wanted to, and I'm sure they've been doing it the past few months, they can very quickly get an extra 10-15% of printing. And if they add more printers, if they add more capacity, I think they can print more in the next 12 months than people realize. I think an extra 13, 14, 15 billion cards in the next 12 months will do more than people think. And a lot of it comes down to the broader hobby. Does Labubu take the world over? Do people forget about Pokemon cards? A lot of it remains, like all of this remains to be seen, obviously. This is one guy's guessing on what's going to happen. But yeah, all that ranting and rambling. Where I'm going to land with Stellar Crown, with Twilight Masquerade. Twilight Masquerade is, what are we at? $270 a box. Again, like, we're going to get into more of them in a little bit here. But at $270 a box, I'm more prone to spend a little bit more money and go for like a Silver Tempest or something. A little bit more. I guess it's a fair bit more at $360 a box. But let's put Twilight Masquerade in low B tier. I'm a big fan of the Greninja. Let's put Stellar Crown in the high C tier. Paldean Fates is an interesting one because it is a bit newer than 151. So it's still got several months to go to become 2 years old. Paldean Fates, we sold 3,859 packs, which puts it in our top 10. It's a pretty solid set. You've got the Bubble Mew, you've got good stuff going on in there. You've got a Charizard. I like Paldean Fates a lot, but it's also what are we at a pack on Paldean Fates? Paldean Fates, a lot of optimism is priced in. I'm a Kanto guy. 151 is older. When you're comparing Paldea Evolved is Paldean Fates is $11.59 a pack. 151 is $10.21 a pack. You're actually getting 151 cheaper. I think both sets someday will be a $20 pack. I truly believe specialty sets, I think they're both great sets, but I think 151 is a lot better, and I think 151 will be 20 before, I think it'll be 20 before Paldean Fates. I think it'll be 30 before Paldean Fates. I just think it will win at every threshold. So I'm going to put Paldean Fates as like a high B. Maybe it's really close to a low A, but I'm going to call it a high B. Shrouded Fable, we don't hardly sell any of that. It's a specialty set, but it is one of the least specialty sets. We sold 1,313 packs, which is more than I would have guessed. But Shrouded Fable, I think it gets more hate than it deserves. I think every set has a lot of good artwork going on for it. But $687 a pack. I just I don't like it. Like I'd rather buy Twilight at 609. I'd rather buy like opportunity cost. It always comes down to what else could you do with your money. On opportunity cost, I think it's a big gap that people have in their investing space. I think people don't consider their debt, their credit card debt, their high interest rates, their employer match, their 401ks, the buckets that I talk about. I'll link a video on that front somewhere there. But yeah, when I look down my list and I look at Shrouded Fable at 687 a pack, that's not what I'm paying. That's market price. I'm probably paying 70% of market price. But I can get Silver Tempest packs. Silver Tempest is 635 a pack, so it's almost 10% cheaper. And if I pay 85% on Silver Tempest, I would, let's do those two sets right now. So Silver Tempest is 10% cheaper than Shrouded Fable. Shrouded Fable, I'm putting in like D tier. At the price that it's at, relatively speaking, I would way rather have Silver Tempest for the same price. And that's what all of this comes down to. Your dollar, like if you're an investor, and this ranking is not made purely as an investor. This ranking is made as Dan, Catch 'em All Collectibles. I have live streams. I sell packs. That's on the screen right now. I do invest. I have the pallets. But Silver Tempest goes way higher because we sell not significantly more of it. Silver Tempest is right there. The next one above it, it is at 1856 over the 1313 of Shrouded Fable. But it's not getting printed anymore. It's that much older, and somehow it's cheaper. So like dollar for dollar, pound for pound. If somebody hits me up with 1,000 packs of one or the other, yeah, Shrouded Fable, I'm not excited. If you tell me you have 1,000 to sell me at my buy list, I'm probably going to decline taking all of them. Silver Tempest, I'm going to say, hey, do you have 1,000 more? Can I get 2,000? Can I get 2,500 of them? Because even though we've only sold 1,856 year to date, they're not coming back around. Does that mean the prices can't go down because I put it in A tier? The prices of these could go down. Absolutely. Oh, I scrolled this down so you couldn't see Fusion Strike. Sorry for that. I forgot about the ST up there with Fusion Strike. Let's look at Lost Origin. Fusion Strike's kind of lonely up there. Can we get another S tier for it? Maybe we can. I feel like I'm gonna put 151 up there for all the things that I said. There are risks. It's under 2 years old. Right now I'm calling it S tier when I'm paying $9.25 a pack. If and when it goes to $5, $6, $7 a pack, a lot of people say this, but a lot of people don't do this. I bought net. I've gained 3,000, 4,000 packs of 151 in the past 3 weeks or so. If 151 goes down to $5 a pack again, I will gain over 10,000 packs of it. I will actually double down. A lot of people say they will. A lot of people don't have the capital, the liquidity. They don't have the cash flow to do that. I promise you, I do, and I will make myself have the cash flow and the liquidity to amass over 10,000 packs like I did of Crown Zenith. Will I have 100,000? No. Will I have 20,000? No, probably not. I probably don't have the cash flow for that. But yeah, 151 is getting promoted up into S tier. Lost Origin. I've had that on my hot buy list a decent amount of times. Lost Origin, we have sold 2,874 packs. It is $8.90 a pack. It's getting expensive. It's as expensive as 151. So like, I can't. I cannot. I know Fusion is more expensive than 151, and honestly, I'm like, do I like Fusion that much more than Crown? Maybe I do. I like Fusion, but it's so tough. It's so tough, the nitty gritty of all these little sets. Lost Origin has to be lower than 151. I've got to go lower than Crown Zenith for the price. They're very similar priced. Again, Lost Origin is $8.90. Crown Zenith is $9.22. They're almost dollar for dollar, the same thing. And I just think the big win comes in the opening experience. The big win comes in, I'm simultaneously investing in Crown Zenith packs, and I'm shredding them to the tune of thousands more packs than I am of Lost Origin. So I do like it. It's in that vicinity, but it's not quite right there. Darkness Ablaze, I'm going to throw that one up really quickly. $6.44 a pack. I would rather take, like, how is Chilling Reign and Battle Styles so close to that? Or sorry, Battle Styles, not Battle Styles. How is Chilling Reign and like Astral so close to that? How is Silver Tempest so close to what Darkness Ablaze is? If I've got to have somebody offer me 1,000 packs of Darkness Ablaze or Silver Tempest, that's why one's A and one's D. Please don't email me telling me you're hitting my buy list. If you've got 50 of them and you're selling me other packs, sure, I'll take them, but I don't really want them. Chilling Reign has been on my hot buy list. We sell a decent amount of it. Chilling Reign, 1207. Not as much as I would have guessed. It is lower than I would have guessed. Chilling Reign is a $415 box. It is a $7 pack. That's one bit of nuance that if you're still here 40 minutes into a tier list, that could have been 7 minutes if I was a good YouTuber. If you're still here, I'm going to drop a little bit of it's probably nothing you're hearing for the first time, but one massive thing. Doing the quick mental math. Chilling Reign is, let's round it to 7. Chilling Reign is a $7 pack. 7 times 36. Let's see how you can do it, Dan. 7 times 30 is 210. 7 times 6 is 42. It's a $252 36 pack lot. Yet the box is $415.79. One thing I really like about all these Sword Shield things is that the packs are so cheap relative to the box, and I'm getting good, legitimate packs that are broken down from various products, years ago, whatever it may be, damaged products. I think those gaps will close on a lot of the Sword Shield packs relative to the box. Talk about Fusion Strike. Talk about a $10, very easy math, $360 box. I know it, well, it's $11.79. So $12 times 36, $360 plus 72, $432 for the box. For 36 packs, yet the box is $746. I don't think it will close entirely. There should be a box premium. There always is a box premium, but I think it will close some. I think a lot of these Sword Shield boxes being nearly double what their loose packs are, that's part of why most Sword Shield sets are higher on my ranking. Let me tell you a little secret. Vivid Voltage, Darkness Ablaze, the ones that are lower on my list, a box broken down is roughly what 36 packs are worth. Maybe a 5-10% premium. Most sets, when they first come out, there is no box premium, almost no box premium. Oftentimes, there's a box discount or a slight case discount when a set is brand new. When a set is 3, 4, 5 years old and it has almost a box discount, when 36 packs have almost no discount, that's generally because the set's not that amazing. That's generally because the attrition's not that high. So Vivid Voltage is going down in the D tier as well. Chilling Reign, we're going to throw in the A tier. I'm very happy to buy more Chilling Reign packs. I'm paying 80, 85, 90% on the hot buy list to get them. That's how bad I want them. Evolving Skies, I've been at $22.50 with a market price of, what's the market price of Evolving Skies packs? $26.04. So I'm nearly at 90%. Again, $26.04. 36 packs, like the box is 36 loose packs are less than half of a box. I really like getting the packs when I know they're legit, honest sourced, good stuff. True Moonbryon odds at pulling one. We're selling quite a bit on the streams. We've sold 1,212. That's a decent amount for a $20+ pack. We sell Hidden Fates, we sell Evolutions. I don't track those because we don't sell a whole lot with how expensive they are. But if people reach out to me with $22.50, 90% market price on Evolving Skies, very, very happy to add those, given that it's half of what a box goes for. Brilliant Stars, very, very happy on my hot buy list a bunch. Some numbers on Brilliant. It is one of our higher pack rip sets. $34.97, so it's a pretty solid showing. It is above the likes of like Lost Origin, things like that. You've got Charizard, you've got good things going for it. Scarlet Violet base. I know you can't see my list down here anymore, but I will tell you and I will show you what I have. 2 years old. I like a lot that it's 2 years old now. It is Scarlet Violet base is the only sub $200 box on this list. It is the only sub $200 box. I love it way more than Battle Styles, way more than Vivid Voltage. I think the set's generally as good in the same vicinity. Cards are hard to grade, whatever that means, if that's good or bad. I don't entirely know. But I'm gonna put that in like high C tier, low B tier, somewhere in there. I like that it's 2 years old. Very less likely. I could not see booster boxes being reprinted for any of the SV1 through SV5 sets, really. Maybe some packs coming out here and there in various collection boxes, but Prismatic, Journey, Destined will be the main focus. Prismatic, I'm just if one thing will make me go down on my my estimate, my guess that every set will be available under MSRP. If one set makes me wrong, it's gonna be Prismatic. It won't be Destined, I don't think, in my opinion. Celebrations, I really personally enjoy the set. I have a lot of it. I am paying it's $10.59. I'm probably paying 70% on it because I have a whole lot of it. It's done well for me, but I am not looking to add substantially a whole lot more. I think it's cool you got the base set Charizard reprint. You've got you've got some good stuff going on. I've actually got to I've got to downsize this tier list because it doesn't even fit anymore. I didn't think about that. Where are we? Here we are. I'm gonna downsize this some so the whole thing fits on the screen. But yeah, celebrations, I'll go low C tier. I like this set a lot. It's not me ranking the experience of the set. I love how it was like a tour of all the different sets, all the different shining, all the different, you got a gold star Greninja, cool things going on with it. But I'm not looking to substantially add to that. That might even honestly be high D tier, just considering how much of it I have. I'm really not looking to add a whole lot more. Champion's Path, we don't sell hardly any of it. It's fairly expensive. It is $13.27 a pack. Give me 151. Give me Fusion. Give me half of an Evolving Skies pack. Give me anything. Give me anything over Champion's Path generally. Pokemon Go. This is an interesting one. Pokemon Go is $6.26 a pack. Give me most other things. Pokemon Go, again, it's wearing the dunce cap. It is we've sold 36 packs of it. We sold 36 packs of it, just like Champion's Path. So, who are the last sets that I do? Sorry, I'm jumping all over here. Let me try to find it. So, Champion's Path, Darkness Ablaze, Pokemon Go are the bottom 3 sets. Rebel Clash and Sword Shield are below that at 0. But Pokemon Go, at 70% that's on my buy list, it is D tier. One interesting thing though, Dan, you put it in D tier. Well, what if I told you that a couple weeks ago I bought 3,000 packs of Pokemon Go? Why do you have it in D tier and why are you buying 3,000 packs? I bought it at like 58% of market or something. Somebody reached out to me and they're like, hey, do you want this at under your buy list price? Like, they know what's up. They know, like, they could have bought it for cheaper and tried to flip it to me for my buy list. I default my buy list to 70% because most things I'll pay that. It's rare that I won't pay 70% on some amount of packs. But shout out to Old School Pokemon. He knew a guy who knew a guy, whatever. He got me a hookup at my buy list price. It's low mid D tier. At 60% of market, I took a shot in the dark. To me, it feels like a B. It doesn't feel like a high A or an S or anything crazy. But that's I wanted to give you one parting bit of nuance. A lot of people want to just hear like, this set is a good investment. And let me pull these down now. Let me pull this down and this down so you can just see the tier list in all its glory. This is me, my opinion, June of 2025 at my current buy prices, respective to like their relative costs. And if you want to make this tier list, if you want to make your own screenshot it, send it to me. Maybe I'll share what you sent me in a live stream. Maybe I'll compare mine to yours. Send me a screenshot. Shoot me a DM on Instagram. I made an account on TierMaker so that I could make this. I was surprised. I thought someone would have made a tier list for Sword, Shield, Scarlet, Violet sets all together. They hadn't. So I did this myself. Let me know in the comments below if you think I'm crazy. Let me know what you would have put in S tier that I had in a lower tier or vice versa. But at the end, one thing I wanted to do for like a parting bit of commentary. Pokemon Go at 70% D tier. Any set, if I could get a 10% further discount, like I have $9.25 151 at S tier, topping the list. If I could get it for 10% lower, it goes even higher. It's the highest one already. That's and talk versus walk. I have 151 at the top of my tier list. How many people make tier lists of investment, this, that, the other thing, and they don't own any or they're not buying any? Like, I'm actually actively buying all these things on the screen. I'm actually disproportionately buying more of the S, A, B tier than the C and D tier. Like this is not just talk, this is walk. This is 50 minutes of walk. How did I make a tier list, a 50-minute video? I don't know how, but I did it. But yeah, if you could discount an A tier by a further 5 or 10%, it's probably gonna go to S tier. If you put any of these, if I had to remake this list, if you put any of these at 100% of market, bought on TCG Player, paying shipping, paying 110% of market, all these things are D tier. Everything is D tier at 100% of market, 110% of market. People might not think, and one thing people commonly say, oh, well, when the box is 500, when the pack is this, when the pack is that, it still matters. It all, like, especially the sales tax thing. No one buying with intent to resell should be paying sales taxes. I will never stop I will die on that hill. I will die on that hill. If you are paying 110% of market on anything as an investment, that is a D tier, a Y tier, an F tier purchase, because you shouldn't be doing that. Legally speaking, IRS, blah, 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 like items intended for resale, you do not pay sales tax. The end consumer pays sales tax. If you are buying with intent for resale, you are not the end consumer. You are conducting business. Please do things correctly. But yeah, that's me, balding guy, young at the clouds, that runs a Pokemon business, that wants to buy your packs. So if you have packs to sell to me, here is what I was buying last week. These sets I generally want, but as I showed, I'm gonna quickly change it over. I'm currently fishing. I'm currently enjoying my week off. I'm enjoying travel. I hope you are too. I hope everyone watching this has a happy, safe Canada Day. I hope everyone watching this has a happy, safe 4th of July. This week, I am not returning until like late Thursday night, I believe. I don't know what I'm doing my live. Maybe I missed my first live in a long time, in years and years. Or maybe I do a very late night Thursday live stream, getting back from a week-long vacation. I don't know yet. Maybe I do it on the 4th of July. I don't think we have any major plans for it, especially after all of our travel. But stay tuned. I should be live this week, or maybe Mr. Consistent will miss one finally. But with that, yeah, let me know your thoughts below. I hope everyone enjoyed. If you did, feel free to like, subscribe. If you made it this far, you probably already are. But yeah, I appreciate you all watching. I will catch you all later.